We're gonna have music. Mr. Horn in the building. I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm very happy to see everybody on the call this afternoon. I want to welcome you all to our March Community Support Advisory Council meeting. My name is Joseph Green. I am the Outreach Coordinator at Westside Health Authority. We work with the Illinois Department of Corrections to provide not only resources, but to empower our returning citizens. Many of you on the call actually work within the correctional system, working with our brothers and sisters behind bars, trying to give them resources so that when they come out, when they come home, they have the necessary tools so that we can end recidivism, excuse me. So I'm one part of this machine, and a lot of the people that are on this call are part of the solution. We have different service providers from housing to mental health to substance abuse to job programs, job-related programs, so many different resources. And we are just part of a coalition of individuals from different organizations who are here to share our resources, share our programs so that we can empower those in our community. The CSAC model is not only just on the west side of Chicago. We have a CSAC South, and we also have a CSAC North. Let me get these people in. I'm sorry. I thought some people was in. Okay. So we have a CSAC North and we have a CSAC South. Most of you have also been on those calls as well. And those are the same goals. We're working throughout the state, throughout the city to provide those resources. Those things could come from them first getting out of jail for the simple fact of getting their birth certificate or getting their state ID, right? Or finding a job, helping them with their resumes. You know, I have the privilege of going in, well, before COVID hit, of actually going into the prison. It's saying that people, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to let these people in, but it's not. There we go. All right. So let me mute them. Mute. Okay. So before COVID hit, we would actually go into the prisons 3 times a month. And we would actually talk to them face to face within the cell blocks. Myself and my director here at Westside Health Authority, Roger Eman. And for those of you who don't know, my first wave of being in this seat started in October of 2018 by the way of one of my mentors, George Salter. And then I have another mentor that's on the call with me, and Mr. Charles Perry. We have a transitional house called the Ark House. So as things are starting to unwind and things are starting to, you know, we're starting to open up as a community, as a nation. We're hoping to be back at Above and Beyond very soon, to have face-to-face meetings, to have that good meal. So if you got your lunch, you should have your lunch right now set. Mr. Perry already had his lunch, so, you know, I'm drinking water. So if you got your lunch, get it ready. This is a time where we just come together as community partners, socialize, network with each other, and just try to really come together and try to, you know, solve problems if we can. Our guest speakers have taken time out of their day to be on this call, to share with us their resources, share with us what they do. If you are interested in any of our past Zoom calls, I will put the link in the description. We also have a Facebook group page that you are able to join, as well as an Instagram page that you're able to join as well. So we encourage you to be a part. They are private. You know, you have to actually register to get in. But once you're in, you don't have to, you know, you can just socialize with those. And it's for our returning citizens as well as community partners. So we want to use it as a resource so that people can get the information that they need, but also get empowered. So as I keep letting people in, I thank everybody for being on this call. And we will begin. Let me see, I think it's somebody else. So usually we start our meeting off with a prayer. I don't have, no, I'm gonna do it today.
Nazir, you in?
You need to mute yourself, Mr. Williams, but I got you, sir. All right. And we can wait for Nazir to come in, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith was on the call last month. He's with CSAC North with Howard Area Center, and he broke it down. He gave us just a small picture, a small window into what he's been through, what he's trying to do, and where he's trying to go with his life. So I encourage you, just watch the video, check it out. I got a lot of resources that I want to share a little bit later. And like I said, the programs, the individuals that are going to be speaking have a lot of information to give and just give you insight on what's going on in the city. Westside Health Authority, CSAC West, Above and Beyond, and a lot of your organizations, Salvation Army, Chicago area housing, everybody has been out here working. Sunshine Enterprises, Defy Ventures, they've been out here working. Especially Greater Chicago Food Depository. I always got to mention now. So I think Ms. Knox is on the call. I think she's on the call. Yes, she is. She's on the call. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. So let me do this prayer, and then I will get to introductions, and everybody can kind of introduce themselves, let us know how you're doing and everything, and then we'll continue on. So I want to thank you, Father, for bringing us here today, giving us another day to be alive. I thank you for the people that is on this call. I thank you for the people that watch this video later. I ask you to continue to give us the strength to do what you have made us, created us here to do. I thank you for everyone's family and friends. Keep us healthy and strong in these times, and keep us with resolve, and keep us with strength. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So I would say, everybody name each other and then go around the room, but I'm just gonna call you out and then you introduce yourself, let us know where you're from. Please save any announcements until after, because we have a segment for that, and then we'll go from there. But even before I do that, Mr. Rodriguez, would you like to tell us about Above and Beyond and everything that's going on there right now?
Sure, thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rodriguez, affectionately known as Javi, here at Above and Beyond. I'm a recovery support specialist here, and we're just a recovery center that's providing services for the West Side community area. We are practicing COVID safety precautions by doing temperature checks. We provide masks, hand sanitizer. We have many things. We have meeting-centered meetings, self-help meetings. We have these different, like 35 different groups that we offer to the community, to offer assistance in the community, substance abuse and alcoholism. We're also partnering and doing some things with some schools for scholarship, technical and college training. We started a new doctor and a nursing program here with Rush Medical Center. So we're doing very big things, and hoping that a lot more comes through. And we thank you guys for being part of our organization, and we look forward to seeing you guys all in person again. Thank you.
Thank you, Javi. And you were botting a little bit, but let me just add, Above and Beyond, when you walk into that building, there's a sense of love. They really, the people that I've seen walk through that building, they continue to walk through that building. Many of our returning citizens were mandated to go to Above and Beyond to get their substance abuse treatment. and it's worked out to their benefit. The success is there. If you're ever in that area, they're right on, I believe, Sacramento and Lake Street. You can go in there and ask for a tour. They will be happy to take you around for a tour. And they have every restriction in place. You're gonna do a temperature check. You're gonna have your mask on, everything. But that is where we would always have our meetings. Some of you have been privileged to be at those meetings and have those great meals. And we hope that in 2021, we get back to that. I know that a lot of you, just based off of the videos, a lot of you are still working remotely from home, but a lot of you I see are in the field, which is good. So we'll do a poll about that later on, maybe a month or two down the line, to see what the climate is and how comfortable everybody is in actually being back in the building, sharing meals together, and having live videos. But if we do go back, and when we do go back, we will have that option of still having Zoom as well as, face-to-face. But we want to make sure that everybody in the council, or everybody that is on this call, is as comfortable as possible with that notion. And it has to be voted, not unanimously, but it has to be voted, all as one. And I'm all for that. So I'll go with Maria Moon because she's at the top, to introduce herself, and just let us know how you're doing. And then we'll pass it on. We'll just pass it on to the next person. So Ms. Moon.
Hello, everybody. Good to see your faces. I'm Maria Moon. I'm with Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance. I'm the housing justice organizer and also a returning citizen who is, I've been out for, I believe, almost 7 years in August. Thank you. And I'll pass it to Michael Wade.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be on this call. My name is Michael Wade. I am the recruitment manager at Sunshine Enterprises, where we offer essentially small business development, right? And I'll get into that a little bit more as this call goes on, but it's so nice to see everyone. Oh, and I will pass it on to Miss Melissa Odell. How are you?
Good. Hi, Michael. And hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Odell. I'm the executive director with Defy Ventures in Illinois. And just really, I want to just express gratitude also to Joseph for the way that you steward these meetings and organize them. It's great to be a part of this. And I'm really excited that this is our, I think it's like our 6th or 7th meeting that we have been on, and just really appreciate the sense of community. So hi, and thank you. I'll pass it along to Dr. Nance.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fred Nance, and I am representing Click Services. And I'll pass it on to, I'm re-attending this CSAC meeting. I was going face-to-face a long time ago, but that stopped. And I'm glad to be here today. I'll pass it on to Dr. Michelle.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I can't wait to be in person to meet you all. I started when it's already online. But my name is Michelle Ann Rodney. I'm from UIC. I do a lot of trauma-informed care work, research, and clinical services supporting smaller grassroots organizations. And I'm just super happy to have this space to come in and really hear and share what's going on. So thank you for having me. And I'll pass it on to Mr. Beasley, Toy Beasley.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Toy Beasley. I'm with TAS, Treatment Alternatives for Safer Communities. I'm the Reentry Support Coordinator statewide. I am also glad to be here. It's good to be with everyone, to connect with everyone, to see what everyone's got going on, so we can work together as a community to help the people we serve that's coming out of prison, jail, so they can have the things they need to be successful. So thanks again. And Joseph, I really appreciate you once again for organizing this. When I first met you, it was just And every time I be around you, it's an awesome time to be around. It's just a great encouragement. So thank you for doing this. I pass it to Eric Horn.
That kind of threw me off guard. I was planning on going last. No, appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric B. Horn, and I am the interim recruiting manager for IC Stars Chicago. It's a pleasure to virtually meet everyone and just the overall sense of camaraderie and trying to help out the community. You know, a lot of people try to do it just to, you know, be popular in a sense, but I get a vibe from everyone in this room that you're doing it because you truly care and you truly want to serve. And Joseph, once again, thank you for the time and the overall invite. And I look forward to connecting with everyone. And I will pass it off to Krista.
Hi, everybody. I'm Krista Dutt, and I am from the Dwelling Place. And I would just echo that I appreciate not being alone in this work and for the wonderful facilitation from Joseph. And I will pass it to Capricia.
Hello, everyone. This is Capricia. I'm from Legal Aid Chicago. I'm working in the office with Westside Health Authority on Division Street. And I'm doing pretty well today. I'm glad to see all of you.
Ms. House.
Hi, good morning, or actually good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Tanisha House with the North Lawndale Employment Network. I'm the director of the Financial Opportunity Center. So we support individuals with financial workshops as well as digital education and support with CETA, so light, heat, or utility services. And I am new to the group, so I'm glad to be amongst those of like mind and interest and look forward to participating in the future as well. And I guess I could pass to Elise.
And how did I know that? How did I know that? Hi, thank you very much, Tanisha. I am Elise Edwards. I am a community organizer in the West Humboldt Park area. Just like Tanisha, I am new to this group. I would echo the sentiments of a few of the other people. I applaud you, Joseph Green. The conversation that I had with him in depth just let me know how much he cares for the community and the fact that he's bringing all of us together who are like-minded to make sure that we're making a difference in our community is phenomenal. So I do appreciate that. And how am I doing today? Very well. Happy Friday. Like, this is awesome. I am having myself an excellent day so far. I hope none of you say anything that's going to ruin that, but I'm pretty sure you will not. So I don't know everyone here, but I think I will pass it on to, besides Tanisha, she would have been my pick, Charles Perry. I will pass it on to you. Oh, Richard Hart, I know him, sorry, but Charles Perry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Charles Perry. First of all, I have a great day. Two reasons. One, if you can see, I got my pen on, so I got my second shot today. So we almost there. And I got on my football shirt. I'm a coach at Hope Academy in the medical district, and we play tonight, St. Beator out in Arlington Heights. And so I'm excited about that. I used to have Joseph's job, and from listening to all this feedback, Joseph is doing way better than I did. And so I appreciate that, you know, these days, I'm just a consultant around gun violence and youth violence, as well as workforce development. So it's good to see all y'all. I'm gonna have to disappear early because I gotta go get the bus ready, get the bags, get all that stuff, the cameras. I'm taking the pictures tonight. So y'all keep up the good work. And if there's anything I can do for those who know me and those who don't, feel free to reach out to me. Great resource. All right, thank you, y'all. Oh, and I'm going to pass it to Nazir Smith.
Hello, how's everybody doing? My name is Nazir Smith. I'm a reentry service case manager for Howard Area Community Center. I'm also a returning citizen. And I'm looking forward to, making an imprint in this line of work and working with you guys, learning and, gaining knowledge and wisdom. And I'm having a great day, as a matter of fact. So happy Friday. So I'm gonna pass it to Jerome Williams. Good afternoon.
Unmute yourself, brother. Unmute yourself, Jerome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jerome Williams. I'm the call center, Richard Call Center Outreach Coordinator for Howard area and CSAC North. Me, as well as Nasir, is a returning citizen. It's over 30 years ago, though, but I am one. And I'm having a great day. God has been truly good to me. And Joseph, you are doing a wonderful job. I've been around CSAC for a while. I pass it to, where's Tony? Tony Land.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tony Land. I'm the Government and External Affairs Officer for New Age Services Corp. We are methadone maintenance and mental health counseling facility. Man, today is a wonderful day. And I try to say every day is a good day. Try not to miss one.
Ms. Jackson.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josie, and I am new here. I'm glad to see everyone. I am a community navigator with Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance. I am so excited to meet each and every one of you all. And I'm looking forward to working with you all. And I would like to pass it forward to George.
Hello, everybody. My name is George Ortiz. I'm a community navigator for the Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance, and I'm here to network with other organizations. I don't know who to pass it off to.
You can pass it to Mr. Hines.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Drew Hines. I am the director of Green Corps Chicago. We are a city green technology infrastructure initiative program where we train and teach individuals, especially the individuals with barriers to employment, landscaping, tree care, infrastructure, ecological infrastructure, and also green infrastructure as well. Glad to see everybody. Today is a great day. I also am a part-time professor at Northwestern University, Feinberg School of Medicine. I'm a mental health professional and a psychologist.
George, Drew told me everything I know.
No, that's my big brother Tony right there. What's up, man?
All right, I think Dana M.
Yes, hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dana Marcoux. I'm a senior United States probation officer in the Northern District out of the Chicago office. I'm also our district's reentry specialist. So my job includes not only supervising individuals under supervision who typically have served longer periods of time in the BOP, but also connecting to community resources. And I'm also involved in our Second Chance Reentry Court program, which allows individuals who have struggled with substance abuse over their life to join our program and get time off of their supervision with additional support. Happy to be here today. Happy it's Friday. And I have received so many great different contacts through these meetings. So I'm very grateful for that. And I will pass on to Mr. Hart.
Well, thank you, Dana.
Richard Hart, Salvation Army, Pathway Forward is the federal work release on the west side at 825 North Christiana, and I am the director of this program. And I will pass it on to, I think, Judy. There's Judy Kayafa, I think.
Miss Siafa?
No, she might be away from the phone.
Mr. McConaughey, you didn't speak either. You can go. Did he? I know. No.
Good afternoon, everybody.
There you go.
Happy spring. My name is Mike McGonigal. I'm the head of men's ministries at Judson Baptist Church. And I'm just happy to be with you all today. I'm doing quite well, waiting for this coronavirus to be over with, so that not only we in our ministry can get together in person, in the flesh, but also with all of you. Looking forward to it.
Ms. Perkins? Janetta Perkins, that's 312-927. I don't think you introduced yourself. I want to make sure everybody get on. Okay, so 312 is Miss Perkins, and I can't remember what organization Judy is from. Off top, I would have to look
I think
back.
she works with Taz.
Yeah, I think she is with Taz.
Kayafa works with me at the food depository.
Say that
Judy
again.
Kayafa works with.
Oh yeah, that's what. Okay, all right. Duh, all those emails, and I don't remember. It's hard to do a meeting and then talk and do all this stuff. You know, it's cool though. All right, so let me look at the remarks, parole updates. Okay, so usually we would have somebody on the call from IDOC to kind of give us a little idea of what's going on. And then after that, I would open the floor for everybody to kind of let us know if there are any events, anything that's going on that you would like to share. I will say this, if you have events or things that are going on, flyers, send them to me, right? I'll put my email in the, you guys should have my email, but I'll put my email in here. Send it to me because I can put that out on our email blast. I can put that out on our Facebook page so that everybody is in the know of what's going on, right? We can't support you if we don't know what's going on, okay? So if you have events that are coming up, I don't care if it's in May or June, let's get people knowing what is going on now so we can put it on the calendar and so that we can come out and represent and be a part. So, and I'm very diligent in putting out the information as soon as I get it. And try to give it out as quickly as possible. So if you have information, send it to me through there and I will put it out. If you have a flyer, program, things that are going on, people won't know if you don't put it out, right? The goal is to come together and share. So they may have a resource that you need. You know, Greater Food Depository has a program that now is not just, you know, building chefs with the culinary kitchen, they have other programs as well. You know, the work that Maria Moon and her people are doing. We want to get in tune with that because housing is important for our returning citizens. We want to make sure that we can get them what they need. So if you have things that are going on, now is the time to share them so that we can all be on the same page because you have colleagues in your office that may need information, I may need something, right? And once everybody shares, then I'll share what I have, but then I'll send out the blast today because a lot of this information can't wait until Monday. I usually send it out on Monday. But I have another meeting at 2:30, and then I'll send it out right after that meeting so that everybody knows what's going on. Because there's a reentry meeting on Monday. There's a women's reentry meeting coming up. We'll talk about that. Just, I want everybody, if you have information that you want to share, now is the time to put it out there. Ms. Edwards, you got your hand up. You got the floor.
I do. I was looking for the flyer to sit up here. I went ahead and sent you the flyer, but you said you stopped at June, but in July, I have something called Summer Olympics on the block. And so what we're going to do is just have a lot of different activities like basketball, volleyball, soccer, jump rope. We're going to have, track and field. So we're a lot of activities to get our youth out. We're going to have a table in which we have employment. And so I did not know about the housing piece. If there's someone who could, set up a table for housing. But what I would like for this group to do is to get the right people out. I'm not sure how we can coordinate that. And just by putting the flyer out, we want specifically those who are, re-entering into, the re-entry program, or to get them into a re-entry program. So those who have been, typically incarcerated and need help, finding their right path. Did that make sense? You look, okay.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Mr. Hines, you got your hand up.
Hello, everybody again. Yeah, I put in the chat that we are hiring as of late. It's we don't have a week left till next Friday, but if you guys have any, and ladies and gentlemen, if you have anybody who is interested in the green technology field or getting involved with that industry, we are highly underrepresented in that industry. 39% of jobs in the green technology industry went unfilled in 2019. So imagine what it did in 2020. So we're background friendly. I just put the link to the website and also to our application process in the chat, but also put a flyer in the chat as well. So you got about a week left, but if you have any questions, the number's there. And we're definitely looking for people with people returning home from returning citizens from just to let you know. Okay, so thanks a lot.
Thank you. I see a couple people just jumped in. If you want to introduce yourself, you got the floor. I know Ms. Perkins had to come in. If you want to introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, you have the floor.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Jeanette Perkins. I was with you guys last week. I was speaking earlier when you called my name. However, I don't know why you guys did not hear me. I came in through by my phone.
We heard you. We just want you to do it again. That's all.
But thanks so much. Okay. Anyway, my name is Jeanette Perkins. I work with TAS. I'm a task care coordinator. I work with the youth who are involved in the juvenile justice system. What we do is assist them with whatever they help, whatever needs, whatever they might need at the current time. Did you hear me then? No?
Yes, ma'am. We got you. You good.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it for me.
All right. Go ahead. Preston, I can't pronounce your last name, sir, so I do not want to mess it up.
No worries. It's Hogue.
Okay,
Mike Rowe. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. My name's Preston. This is my first time joining you guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had another call, but I'm here from Gap Community Center and Grace and Peace Church, and we are kind of new to reentry work. We've been doing it like unofficially for a long time, but just trying to learn from the community that's out there that's already been doing this work more formally for a while. And so just seeing what resources and models we can learn from you guys. So thanks for having me on today. Hopefully just to listen in and see what we can learn.
Yes, sir. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. C. Willa 7. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, good afternoon. This is Kalisa Williams. Hi, Mr. Green. How are you?
I'm like, who is C. Willer? I'm sorry, Kalisa. I'm sorry this week.
That's okay. No problem. I am a member of NAFI. Why are you laughing so hard, Joseph? I'm a member of NAFI, and I'm also a care coordinator at Rush University Medical Center for the post-acute complex care team, and part of the Good Neighbor campaign, and just here to do a lot of advocating for patients that may have an incident or incarceration, and also do some court advocacy for people as well. So I'm happy to be here, happy to be joining the call again.
Ms. Williams, can you quickly just go into tomorrow's meeting, let everybody know what happens every Saturday at 10 a.m.?
Okay, every Saturday from 10 to 12, NAFI, the National Alliance Empowering the Formerly Incarcerated, has a Zoom call where we provide resources, support for the formerly incarcerated. It's a really good call that I would encourage anyone to get on if you're doing any work regarding reentry or anything for formerly incarcerated, and for people that are currently incarcerated, because family members get on the call to get resources for their loved ones when they're getting ready to return home, and also resources that they could possibly use during their incarceration, like the Pell Grant information. So it's a really informative call, and I would just encourage everyone to get on it. It's from 10 to 12, and Joseph could send out, I believe he may have it already in the link to how to link up with that call. Thank you. Thanks, Joseph.
All right. And Mr. Beasley, you have a call tomorrow evening as well, if you want to just share that real quick. I think you might have put it in the chat, but if you want to.
Yes. This is Toy Beasley with TAS again. Yes, every Saturday at 7 p.m. we have a Winter Circle Zoom support group. A Winter Circle Zoom support group is for individuals that get out of the judicial system. It's not your typical AA or NA meeting, but it's just another support group where our men and women can come and talk about their life struggles. So if you know anyone, refer them. The clients we serve together, if you want to get them a flyer, we'd love to have them on our support group every Saturday, which is facilitated by Jerry Cooper. And also too, Winter Circle has a Facebook page called Winter Circle Peers Facing Life Struggles. This Facebook page is for resources. You know, when the pandemic started, a lot of individuals didn't have access to community things because everything was closed. Well, still with this Facebook page, we put resources out there statewide. So if a person lives in Chicago, East St. Louis, wherever they live at, there's resources that we post on there daily of what's going on in our community statewide. And also too, every Thursday night, I come with a Facebook Live, a person with lived experience or a community resource. So any of you guys want to come on my Facebook page one Thursday and talk about what you do in the community, what your agency offers, I'd love to have you. If you want to, I put my email in the chat. If you want to email me, I'd love to have you on a Facebook Live to talk about what you do in the community. A lot of these people that come on these Facebook pages are people that come out of the judicial system or may not know what you may be offering in your community. And this Facebook page, you and I know that when people flip through their Facebook page, that's a common thing they do, and they may run across of something you do in the community may attract you to attend one of your services. So that being said, thank you.
All right. So now the floor is open. Anybody have any announcements, anything you want to share? What I would do to respect time is to put links in the description. So a couple of things I want to share. There is a reentry meeting with our Congressman Danny Davis this coming Monday. So I'll put that link in the description. I'll put the link in the description for NAFI as well. Then there's a women's reentry meeting that is coming up next week as well. So all of this information is time sensitive. You have to sign up for it. Once you sign up for it, then you don't need to get a link from me anymore. You'll be on that mailing list, and then you'll have that information. There's also going to be a substance abuse meeting as well. So these are the subcommittees that the congressman has designed to allow us to have our voice. And I would like for all the women, if possible, to be on, especially that women's reentry call. We need more women to be on the call, to have their voice. Because a lot of time I'm just there to listen and to just show my support, but we want the women to speak. This is your time to have your voice. Men are on the call as well, but I would like for it to be dominated by the women so that we can get, you have ideas. It's time for you to share your ideas. It's time for you to share what you think can make a difference. And this is the platform to be able to speak with other people, network. Maybe there's somebody that's doing something that you're not doing and you can start collaborating. And that's what should be going on right now. It's harder to do it on a Zoom call because you're trying to listen, you're trying to talk. But if you can do those private messages real savvy, you know, put your information in the chat, put your email address, put your phone number. This is the time for everybody to be able to get the information and then just, you know, link up with each other, you know, because it's not just Westside Health Authority or this organization, that organization. I would like everybody to be able to collaborate and have that type of relationship, because you never know what resources you may have to empower those people. So those are the things that I wanted to share. There's a couple of things from our commissioner, Brandon Johnson, as well as State Representative LaShawn Ford. I'm gonna send all of that through email because it's too big to send through here, right? And then Ms. House just sent me some information. She just sent me a bunch of flyers. So I'm gonna send all of this stuff later today. All of this stuff will be coming out later today. I will send it out today. It has to go out today. Okay.
Wait,
yes, sir, Mr. Nance.
The meeting, the Second Chance Act reentry meeting for Monday, Director, IDOC Director Jeffries will be at that meeting also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So if you are not in, you know, it's important. It's a lot of people that's gonna be on that call. You know, it's usually about 40, maybe 50, sometimes 70 people on that call, you know, but you can, when I send the link, you'll get another email asking you what questions do you want to ask. So you throw out all the questions that you want to ask and you know, let your voice be heard. So I'm gonna ask you again, is there any announcements? Anybody want to let us know? Also, before I even continue that sentence, if you're new and you would like to present, please send me an email, and then I will definitely, I would love for you to have that that time to be able to present and let us know what you're doing. That's what the individuals, our guest speakers, are going to be doing in a few minutes. And that's a great way for people to find out really what you do. Because a lot of times you're like, hey, my name is Joseph Green. I'm for CSAC West, Westside Health Authority. I'm happy today. That doesn't tell you what I do, right? So if you want that time, that 20 minutes, 25 minutes to really share what's going on, then, you know, as they say, the doors to the church is open. You just send me an email and I will definitely put you on a list. We're full for April, I believe. Mr. Hines is going to be presenting next month, and Mr. Horn is going to be presenting next month from IC Stars, which is a program that I graduated from, but we'll get into that next month, right? So if you want to be on for May, you know, going forward, or whenever you feel the urge, please, we want to share this, because not only are people watching it right now, but they're going to be watching it later on. Everybody can't be on the call. So that's why I started recording these, so that we can have people watching it. I'll put the links in the description for YouTube as well. We have a number of videos on there that you can watch as also. So I'll leave it at that. If there's nobody else that has any announcement, then I want to introduce our first guest speaker. Going once, going twice.
I'll take the floor, Joseph. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saya Knox. I'm from the Greater Chicago Food Depository. I just want to announce that we have 4 job training programs, 2 in the hospitality industry and 2 in the supply chain industry. All of our trainings starting in April are now paid. So if you have any interested clients interested in pursuing their career development, please send them their on our way, and we can help them with that. In addition to being paid per hour for $15 an hour, they also get completion bonuses as well, according to the program. So please email me. I'll send my email in the chat and attach my flyers, our flyers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Knox. Mr. Hines, did you have to add something? Because I know the hand was raised. I didn't push the button yet.
Oh, no. I'd already had it. I did that before, yeah. So I just, that's fine.
I'm just getting used to the hand raising thing. I'm just getting used to that part.
I get it, man. I get it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I want to introduce our first guest speaker. This gentleman, I actually coordinated with him through CSAC North with Mr. Harwick and Mr. Williams and all the work that they're doing at CSAC North. And I just reached out, and then I really realized that I already had somebody from this organization. So I got introduced to an actual call, and one of my clients, well, he had just came home and he came into the office to come see me. And he's like, well, I'm an entrepreneur. I had my own business. And then I, messed up and blah, blah, blah. You're going to hear his story a couple months down the line, but he's in the Sunshine Enterprises program. And I just realized not only, all the hard work that they're doing, empowering just people in the community, but our returning citizens with the ability to not just have a job, but hire people for jobs. So they're creating ideas, they're creating, innovating, and then being able to empower them to have their own company. So the individual I'm talking about, his name is Mr. Flavio Jimenez. He's going through the program right now. I'm very happy because when we were on that webinar, and we heard everything that they're doing, it just blew me away. So I think I've talked enough. Let me introduce Mr. Michael Wade from Sunshine Enterprises and let him have the floor.
Man, Brother Joseph, I can't explain to you how much I'm appreciative of this moment. Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. I talk to Flavio almost every other day, and he's enjoying the program. He's really loving it. So yes, just to get into it, my name is Michael Wade. I'm gonna try to condense everything into 20-25 minutes to try to be respectful of time. But I am the recruitment manager at Sunshine Enterprises, and Sunshine Enterprises is essentially an entrepreneur academy or entrepreneur incubator, right? So we help individuals who have a solid business idea understand the business model and their business type so that we were able to scale it and grow from there, right? And by doing that, they don't need a business plan or anything like that. We help them understand the back end, the business acumen, right? The cash flow management, the business management. We help them understand, how to do budgeting, how to do profit and loss, how to not only break even at the end of the day, but turn around and bring home a profit, right? Because I don't know if any one of you all have like side businesses, but it's a difference between having revenue in your business and being able to have money in your pocket, right? So we help them understand how to actually turn that around. We offer a 12-week program. In that 12-week program, we had 3 business simulations where they run through a real life mock business world, right? So they understand how to, like just recently, week 2, we did a cash flow analysis. So understanding what our fixed principles are, understanding how to turn around, what do we now have to pay for, and then what do we have at the end of the day. So we run through all of that in about 3 hours. They get homework, they have to do research on their business. So at the end of all of this, they are more fired up, they have a better idea of their business, and they're able to actually grow it on a solid foundation, and it's not leaning or anything like that. When it comes to our returning citizens, they're able to go through our program 100% free. We equip them with business coaching. We equip them with any additional training that they may need, especially now with this whole COVID situation. Everything has been turned virtual. So a lot of our returning citizens, depending on how long they've been incarcerated, right, they don't necessarily know how to work a laptop. They don't know how to work Zoom. They don't know how to work, we use Google Classroom. They don't know how to work all of that. So we take time to train them, right? I know me personally, there was an individual who I work with almost every other day. So that way they can actually understand the technology and actually not have that be a hindrance, right? And actually allow that to be a tool for them to keep on elevating, right? Even if their business doesn't succeed, right? Because they're now in this technological world, they need to be able to operate basic computer literacy. So we do training on that. We even offer laptops, hotspots, anything that they may need to better assist them. One of our individuals has a hearing deficiency. We're buying over the ear headphones. We're buying anything that we can to assist them, right? Because we really want to be able to help our returning citizens above anything, right? Because as we all know, there are constant hurdles that we need to come over in life, whether you're a person of color, whether you're a woman, whatever it may be, right? We always have to come over these obstacles. But when you have a record, when your paper says that you have been incarcerated, now you have all those hurdles and then some. So we're trying to mitigate the hurdles that they need to overcome in order to be successful. So to wrap everything back up, I know the one thing that everyone is worried about when it comes to entrepreneurship is the funding aspect. We have financial coachings that work with their business credit, but more importantly, their personal credit. Because at the end of the day, they're more than a business, right? We're all more than a business. We're an individual. So whether you change jobs, whether you decide to start your business, whether you decide to say that, entrepreneurship is not for me, we want to make sure you're in a better position tomorrow than you are today, right? So we do focus on your financial credit and the holistic view of it. We also have a micro grant program that we give up to $1,000 per business for them to be able to start their business and scale wherever that may be. And because they have a better idea or a better foundation on their business, they have a better understanding of where to distribute that $1,000. So now that $1,000 is going to better use. But for our returning citizens, we have, our lenders have given us an additional $10,000 that we can give out to each returning citizen. It is a unsecured loan with an APR of 6%. And it doesn't matter if your it doesn't matter if your credit score is 100 or if it's 800, that 6% is not going to change. So we are looking to assist our returning citizens. So anyone that you may know who is looking to start a program or who is looking to start a business, but doesn't know where to start, doesn't know what that first direction may be, or is stuck, they've plateaued and doesn't know how to grow it. We can help them with that. We have a team full of experts. We have, I want to say about 5 individuals on staff that has a JD. We have multiple individuals that have master's programs, graduate degrees. And then we also, we're agnostic, right? So we know that we don't have all of the answers. So we do reach out to our partners. We do reach out to any individual who we think can better assist us in certain areas. So we do emphasize our mutual beneficial partnerships and want everyone to succeed in the best way possible. So that's my little spiel. I will drop my contact information here in the chat. I would love to connect with each one of you all just to see how we can actually assist your organization and how we can benefit you in any way possible. So again, thank you so much, Brother Joseph, for this opportunity. I do appreciate it, and thank you all, and have a wonderful day.
All right. Are there any questions for Mr. Wade? Any questions about the program?
Yeah, I had, Joe, I did have one. The grant, Mr. Wade, that you talked about, is there a time limit in terms of those people, those returning citizens? Should they be out a while, or do they just have to have matriculated through your program?
Yeah, so we do, so our program is called Pathway to Enterprise for Returning Citizens, also known as PERC, right? So we service anyone who's been released within the last 15 years. We have made exceptions all the way up to 20 years. Typically speaking, we do want them to be out a couple months up to a year before they enroll in our program, just because we understand how life is, right? They're worried about having a place to live. They're worried about financial issues, you know, so they want to get their feet wet before they jump into this program. We have had individuals jump right into the program after, say, 2 weeks after being released. So there's no really start point for that, but we do want to encourage them to, you know, I guess, quote unquote, enjoy civilian life real quick, you know, before you jump into this program.
Can you talk about real quick, like how many days a week that they would actually have to go?
Yeah, so like I said, it's a 12-week program. It's 1 day a week for those 12 weeks. So we have classes currently right now on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if your class is, say, on Tuesday, then it's going to be Tuesday for 12 consecutive weeks. If your class is on Thursday, it's going to be on Thursdays for 12 consecutive weeks. If your class is on a weekday, it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We do want to be respectful to individuals who have 9 to 5s, to individuals who just have jobs, right? As well as family obligations. So weekdays is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then weekend is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Brother Smith.
Yes. As for a returned citizen with an existing business, would he still qualify for, say, your program or even the assistance through the loan program that you spoke about?
Absolutely. We help individuals who are still in the ideation phase and individuals who have been in business for 15, 20 plus years. It doesn't matter where you're at in the business development. As long as you have a solid business idea, we can assist you. Right. So even if you have an existing business, we can still assist you and you can still qualify for our loan that we give out.
Can you talk a little bit about the bilingual, because we do have a lot of our, we have a lot of people who are who, like Mr. Jimenez, he can speak English, but he isn't as fluent, right?
Yeah.
So just talk about that if you can.
Absolutely. So last season, we launched our first cohort that was taught 100% in Spanish. Our instructors are from the Latinx community due to our partnership with the Puerto Rican Cultural Center as well as Instituto. So this season will be our second season of having an 100% Spanish cohort. Last season, we had about maybe 13 individuals signed up for our Spanish cohort. This year, we had over 30. In our classes, we capped them out at 25. So we had to find individuals who felt comfortable in the English to go ahead and move them over to an English class because there was just so many individuals, right? And we have about a 99% acceptance rate. There's very rarely do we turn someone away, right? We want to help them. We never want to turn them away. Especially when it comes to our returning citizens, they're already facing so many no's. So we don't want to give them another no. If anything, we'll give them another avenue. So yeah, just to touch base on the Spanish, we are looking to expand on that as well. Our Spanish cohort is, when it's in person, it'll be located on the west side. But currently it is virtual and we're able to assist anyone who is in the Chicagoland area.
So they all through the city and outside in the suburbs as well. So
yeah, and I'm sorry, I just wanted to touch on one more thing. We have classes not only in Spanish, but we also have specific classes, right? So we touch on construction and trades, we touch on property management and real estate, as well as the arts. So anything from visual arts to performing arts. So we touch on that as well as any other business. We do assist a gazillion business and business models, but we have specialized cohorts for those industries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I wanted to have you, because I knew when I watched that webinar, it blew me away, like just all the resources and everything that you guys are doing. And I apologize earlier. I want to give a shout out. She might watch this later. Ms. Pam Crenshaw is the whole reason why I even know about Sunshine Enterprises. She empowered me first, and then Mr. Perry empowered me also. And then that's how I got in contact with Mr. Wade through CSAC North. So Ms. Crenshaw has stepped into a whole nother role. So I have been in contact with her via email, but I just wanted to just salute her because I didn't realize until I actually was in that webinar everything that they do. And a lot of times, you know, Flavio coming into the office and working with me that day, and it was like right before the snow hit, right? And then being on that call, I'm like, well, you want to come and sit on this call? Because I'm going to sit in on this call. And it kind of all just worked its way out. It kind of all just fit together, you know? So having those different things in place, all these different resources, and then actually being able to empower them with a grant, you know, with that money as well, is just huge. So I thank you guys. And I thank you, Mr. Wade, for being on the call. Is there any other questions?
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Michael, thank you for all that great information. I was under the assumption that it was like some type of pay scale as far as a percentage for people who were employed, returning citizens that were employed.
Yeah, so if you're a returning citizen and you've served in a state or federal prison, it's 100% free for you. If you're not a returning citizen, then it is it's on a sliding scale based off your financial situation. So it can be anywhere between $175 to $325. But on top of that, we also offer financial assistance that can drop the price to as low as $50. And then we also offer a payment plan that you control up until the 6th week of class. And by that, I mean, if you say that you can only pay $25 today, $5 tomorrow, say $70 in 2 weeks, that's fine. We'll work with that. Whatever you can do, we want to work with you. We're extremely flexible when it comes to the payment. We don't want you to miss a bill. We don't want you to not have food on the table, anything like that, or cost an arm and a leg for you to have a better life, right? Oftentimes, a lot of programs do cost an arm and a leg, and we don't want to be one of those types.
Okay, well, was the program modified or has it been like that? That way.
So the only thing that we really modified was the specialty cohorts. So adding the construction trades, adding the real estate and property management, adding the arts cohort.
Okay, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it.
Any more questions? All right, Mr. Wade, man, I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to be on this call. I think everybody here could say that they learned something new. He'll put his information in the chat. Maybe sign up for one of those webinars so you can actually hear everybody also talk and speak. And if you need the information, I sent it out with the past call, but it'll be on the next email that I send out as well. So thank you, Mr. Wade. All right. So we're gonna move right along. All right. Our next guest speakers, plural. How do I do this? So without mentioning Miss Moon, but I will mention her. One of the individuals, because I don't know Miss Jackson yet. Well, I know her now, but I do want to speak highly of Mr. Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz, I met him through Miss Moon, and probably over the last couple months, he has helped serve our community at our Overcomers dinner, our Overcomers group, which is held every Thursday from 2:30 to 4, where we serve hot meals. We were serving those meals outside in the cold, and he was there. We were serving them when it was inside, when we had that blizzard. We ain't missed no day. She was there and he was there. You know, he can't come every week, but he comes every other week and he volunteers, right? And I just want to commend him for taking the time out to do that because it's rare for somebody to just want to donate their time and really you know, just have a heart for the community, you know, and it's not his community that he's in. He's in my community. He's in the Austin area, but it is all of our communities because this city is all ours. This world is all ours. We have to act and carry ourselves in that way. And the work that they're doing at the Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance is that type of work. It's that type of community-driven work. So it's a pleasure to introduce these two individuals. I just want to allow them to take as much time as they want to just explain what exactly they do. I mean, just the floor is yours, right? So I want to introduce Ms. She don't want to be called Josephine, so I'm gonna call her Josie Jackson, and Mr. George Ortiz. You guys have the floor.
Okay.
And I think Ms. Moon is going to be using, oh, no, you're not gonna do that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just showing the slide.
Okay, let me give you access to show the slides. Okay. I will mute myself. And ladies and gentlemen, you have the floor.
Well, while the slide is being prepared, let me share a little bit about myself. As you all know, my name is Josephine Horace-Jackson. People either call me JoJo, Mama Jo, or Josie. I am a returning citizen. I've been out of the system for 34 years. This December, I am a community navigator with Chicago Fair Housing Alliance. I also wear many hats here in the city. I am a Southern Belle. I'm from Alabama, so you might catch that Southern accent here and there. I'm passionate about housing because it affects me continuously. You would think that with me being out of the system for 34 years that it wouldn't, but even where I am now, I've been here 8 years, but they turned me down because of my felony status. And at first I gave up, but the Lord told me to go back. So I filed a grievance against them. And this is how I got into the building where I am. So I belong to a group called WARKI, which is Restoring the Rights and Opportunities Coalition of Illinois. So we have successfully passed that's included in the omnibus bill that was recently. So I'm passionate about housing. So I just want to share some things about this Just Housing Amendment. So I'm ready when you are, Maria.
Okay, George, we're gonna let George introduce himself.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, George. Yes, I'm sorry.
Hello, everybody. My name is George Ortiz. I'm a community navigator for Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance. I am also a formerly incarcerated person. I dealt with being homeless for over a year, and I have a passion for helping others that have been through a situation similar to me. I've been discriminated as far as employment, and I'm just here to help others better themselves and just make a better life for themselves.
Here we are.
Okay. As you see, we're here to talk about the Just Housing Amendment. And the phrase says, we did it. You might wonder, we did what? Well, here you see is a group of people. These people are all team members who helped get past this very important law, the Just Housing Amendment. They are all part of the team. Our agenda is first, we already introduced ourselves, and we're going to show a brief video, which includes we are not our records, and we're going to do a brief overview of just what the Just Housing Amendment is, and we're going to have a question and answer session and offer you all the opportunity to get involved. We are not our records. Here we go.
See the penitentiary, or will it stay free? It ain't easy. You me? Will I see the penitentiary, or will it stay free? And I gotta wonder why. The way it is. Even now, looking out, put
I am not my record. Today I am a woman of society. Even though I've been locked up 4 times, my ID numbers came back to 559. I've been out for a year, 14 months, and it's hard for me to get an apartment because of my background. But I am a strong Black woman. I will succeed in getting my apartment. I would do any means necessary because I am not my record, not today.
I got 4 X's on my back, and I've been having a problem with getting housing.
And we have a child together, 3-year-old, and we would like to get housing together where they don't discriminate about our background or what we have been through. And we're not the same people we used to be, and we don't know how to do jobs. We're very talented, we know we're skillful. We're trying to find jobs. There's a lot of jobs also that won't accept us because of our background, but we're trying to make a difference in our lives, and we do want to make our family be happy and be successful and have a place of our own.
Okay, is something wrong with the volume?
Is it really low?
We're not monsters.
It's
We're
going in and out.
like everyone you see walking around this world.
It's what?
It's going in and out.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what,
going in and out.
You probably know what I'm saying, gonna have to send me that separate, and then I'll put it out there because Zoom, a lot of times when you're playing videos,
Yeah.
they don't always play all the time the way we want them to.
Okay.
So it's not botting and just going through like we trying to listen like it's going through and it's not. Cause I'm like, is it playing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do that another day, but we can just go on with the PowerPoint. Sorry about that, everybody. This is the first time this happened. We play it on Zoom quite often, so I don't know what's going on, but let's see.
Maria, do you share the computer sound?
Share the computer sound?
Right. That's how it works. You should have an option at the top of your screen, drop down to share computer sound in your settings.
Auto settings.
I think so, yes.
It says share screen. No, we'll just give it to y'all another day. I don't know what's happening. Usually we're able to share it and have no problems. So we'll just go on. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get back now. All right. Bam. Pause share. Resume share.
Play it again.
But we need help, we need housing, and we need second chances.
Can you all still hear it now?
We need chances to get out here and let people know that, yes, we can do it. Everybody deserves a second chance, even children. We see the impact of.
Oh, you know what? Why you stop it?
mental awareness, it doesn't discriminate. It affects all colors, race, and creed. Unbeknownst to me, that I didn't even know that I was undergoing a traumatic experience. I thought it was just a way of life where I came from, the dysfunction, the abuse that I've seen, the drug selling, the poverty, the inadequacy of a woman not being able to go forward or given the tools that she need to go forward. So I too am Janine Brown. I am not my record person.
If I can afford to pay my rent, then I should be afforded to live in a neighborhood where I can have a roof over my head. My name is Catherine Moon. I'm currently a resident of the Henry Horner West Haven neighborhood. And I've been here for my whole life, 62 years. I've worked in the community as a teacher assistant at the school in the neighborhood, which is Suter. This is my son, Alan Moon, and here's not his record. People change. People should be afforded an opportunity to live in a safe environment. And it's sad that this is happening. We've come to this point in our society. There's so many people when an X is on your back that they look at you from a different way, like you're not human. But it's not true. This is a human being needing somewhere to stay, and they won't give him an opportunity because they check his background and say, no, we won't do this because of that. But I have a job. I pay my bills. I pay taxes. Why can't I?
My name is Alan Moon. I'm 41 years old, and I'm currently homeless, living in my car because I can't get my own apartment due to the felony that I got in my past. Actually, 13 years ago. I've been on my job as long. I can afford to pay rent, but unfortunately, due to my past, renters will not rent to me. It sucks that I'm a grown man and I have to live in my car or couch to couch from a relative, or maybe I spend the night in my girlfriend's house at night or something. But I should be able to live in my own apartment by myself.
This has been extremely hard on my family. Me and my kids stay in this one bedroom, and because of the amount of stress from looking for something that's bigger, I'm stuck with being in one place. I can't rent for public housing. This has taken me out of the public housing sector. I can't rent from private sectors because of this. It's torn my family up with me being able to look for Apple housing.
Hey, I'm Erica, and this is my mom. We had to move around a lot because she could at first get the apartment in her name, and I was willing to put in my name, but she wouldn't let me. It was hard. Me and my brother, we had to switch from place to place, and we had a lot of trouble with the people that we used to stay with. So we were really excited to get this apartment, and it hurts a lot sometimes when parents can't either afford or can't put the house in their name, and we have to stay at a shelter, and then we can't stay at a shelter because they'll take us away from the parents or that parent or certain types. So it's just really hard when a parent can't find a place to stay because of a record.
Have you ever seen a house that is condemned when a government entity has determined that the building is no longer fit to live in? I'm talking about one of those houses with the big red X on it. What does that red X mean? It means that the building could be structurally compromised. The red X means to take precaution while entering, or it could even be considered too dangerous to enter in at all, and usually condemned to be demolished.
What does it mean when you have an X on your back? It means without purpose, useless, garbage, not human, not deserving of human rights. Does it mean you're just a body, a number, cattle? In prison, while detainees transferring from prison to prison or unit to unit is called being shipped, like a package or a product. When sentenced, the judge never said that being locked up would mean being locked out forever. Now I got an out date. At least when I was locked up, I was guaranteed a place to live. Where am I supposed to go from the jail cell to Skid Row? I sleep, half sleep, not sleep at all, finally doze off. In the park, on the train, in the alley, behind that yellow house, in the stairwell, in my car. Did you know that 95% of the people incarcerated will return home? See, I am still your neighbor. These scars hemorrhage from barbed wires, forever fetters, never ending, pushing pins like pistols, policies that shackle, looking down from pedestals. Guilty until proven innocent, but no matter the verdict, there remains a life sentence, invisible punishments, collateral consequences. When will we be truly to be seen as a part of humanity? We are more than the X that you see. We are more than the X that you see. Push against the clouds. They just keep blocking out the sun. It seems since I was born, I've wakened every blessing.
Like a pop quiz. When the teacher says pop quiz and you don't even know what class you're in. Question, can you be denied housing in Cook County because of prior justice involvement? Yes, no, depends. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Come on, y'all, don't be scared. What you think?
Use them thumbs. You thought you just go sit back and relax. You go answer some questions in here.
Yes, you can.
Okay, we got 1 yes, 2 yeses.
I agree. I think it's yes.
Okay, George.
Yes, you can be denied. It depends on how long your record has been and the kind of case that you have. Next slide, please. If you have a past juvenile conviction and an arrest from last year, can you be denied housing because of your arrest? Yes, no, depends. Thumbs up or thumbs down? It depends. What kind of case do you have? And if it fits in and the criteria of the landlord's tenant selection criteria. As far as the juvenile conviction record, that is not applicable with the Just Housing Initiative ordinance.
And the landlords can only consider convictions within the last 3 years. So we've already discussed that. So this is what George is trying to get us to consider. That's why it depends that convictions within the last 3 years. That's what we must always remember, within the last 3 years. So go ahead, George. Let me say this, Just Housing Amendment of Cook County, and that's why the Human Rights Ordinance comes into. Discrimination is treating someone differently because of their record. So if you would read this, right, this thing, okay, if you would read this right here, you would tell me, guys, what is wrong with this? Like, this is probably a Craigslist ad. What in this ad is wrong? Anybody?
No felony.
Right. No felony convictions. That's against the law to post anything about felony convictions. We cannot, any type of advertisement, that's why the Just Housing Amendment has come into play. It's against the law to post anything about felony convictions. As is stated earlier, our arrest or convictions are not applicable to be put on applications or anything of the sort. Next, please. The Cook County Human Rights Ordinance. So it protects people from housing discriminations. And I'm sure we all know, or we can fit into this somewhere: our race, our color, our sex, our age, religion, disability, national origin, ancestry, sexual orientation, marital status, parental status, military discharge status, source of income, our housing status, and our gender. But what's most important here, what we're discussing, is our criminal history. What does that Just Housing Amendment do? Landlords can't consider. This is what we want to discuss: our arrests, charging, and citations, participation in diversion and deferral programs, sealed or expunged records, juvenile records, convictions older than 3 years old, and that's subject to exceptions. Landlords can consider records that from the last 3 years, but only after giving the applicants an opportunity to discuss their records and share more information. That's mitigating circumstances.
Exceptions. In federally subsidized housing, current use of illegal drugs, individuals who were evicted from subsidized housing in prior 3 years for drug-related illegal activity, manufacturing methamphetamine, and federally subsidized housing, lifetime requirement to register for past sex offenses. Number 2, people who are currently required to register for past sex offenses. Number 3, people who are currently subject to a residency restriction for past sex offenses. Tenant screening process. Step 1, you have to go through a pre-qualification. This step includes your landlord checking your credit history, your income, your landlord references. If this application passes pre-qualification, then the landlord moves us on to step number 2, which is a landlord can choose to do a background check on you. This step screens for a 3-year conviction history. Convictions older than 3 years may not be used to deny an application. If a conviction is found, the landlord must conduct an individualized assessment. Based upon the individualized assessment, the landlord must notify the applicant of an approval or denial. Step number 3, if the application passes both steps, the landlord should notify the applicant of approval. If the application did not pass step 1 or step 2, the applicant may be denied, but they do have the right to dispute the denial. Step one. Oh, go ahead, Josephine, if you want.
Okay, the pre-qualification stage. Landlords can only consider typical qualifications such as your credit history, your income requirements, or landlord references. Landlord can't ask about the applicant's prior justice involvement on an applicant housing application. This is something that was mentioned previously in another slide. So it's important that we pay attention, or we tell our clients to when they're filling out the applications, if there is something on the application, we must bring it to the landlord's attention, and this is why we must know our rights. The law does not require landlords to do a background check. Landlords can only consider convictions from the last 3 years. You see, guys, this keeps coming up, that time frame, the last 3 years. Landlords must deliver a copy of the background check to the applicant within 5 business days of receiving it. We must hold them accountable. This is the only way this law is even though it's implemented, but if we don't hold them accountable, it will not work. 3 years, 5 business days. Remember those important time frames. Convictions from 3 years and 5 business days. Go ahead, George.
Step number 3, approval, denial, and the right to dispute. After receiving a copy of the background check, the applicant has 5 days to provide evidence that disputes the accuracy and relevance of the information related to the background check. Landlords have to consider all factors relevant to the applicant's conviction history within 3 years, and whether that history negatively impacts their ability to be a good tenant. Factors like age at the time of the conviction, evidence of rehabilitation, tenant history before and after conviction, whether the conviction was related to the applicant's disability, if the applicant is a person with a disability, whether any reasonable accommodation could be provided to lessen any demonstrated risk.
After the applicant provides additional information, the landlord has 3 business days to accept or deny the application and provide a written notice. Here again, there's another number, 3 business days to accept or deny. So we must hold them accountable because this is the law. Okay, here's tips for a successful application. You must know how to get your records from the Illinois State Police or the circuit clerk in your county, or get your rap sheet. Here is on 35th. These are official records, so there may be a fee, and I think the fee is around $16. Clear your records. You might be able to expunge or steal some or all of your records so that it won't appear in the criminal background check. Be prepared. If you have been convicted within the last 3 years, be ready to explain why you'll be a good tenant and explain any inaccurate information on your record. Gather documents such as letters of recommendation. So it's important that if you are a returning citizen, do any and everything you can to provide a paper trail, gather a portfolio, volunteer, do anything that will provide these mitigating circumstances to help build your character.
Main takeaways. Not everything, but the main things. The following cannot be used to deny housing: arrest, seal, expunge pardon records, juvenile records, convictions more than 3 years old, with some exceptions, such as current registration, residency, restrictions for past sex offenses, 3-step tenant screening process, pre-qualification, regular stuff, income, credit history, landlord references, etc. Background check. If conviction within the last 3 years, then individualized consideration of disability and reasonable accommodation, you can submit evidence of rehabilitation, approve or deny. If unfairly denied, housing, you can file a complaint with the Cook County Commissions on Human Rights. This discussion, this is a question we have. Candace, her partner, and her 7-year-old son are looking for housing. Candace struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder and drug dependency, which led to her arrest, an eventual plea to possession of prescription painkillers in 2018. Since her conviction, Candace has worked with a therapist, completed an intensive substance abuse program, and no longer uses drugs. Days after applying for an apartment, Candace's family was denied because of the landlord's zero tolerance policy for drug-related convictions. JHA violation or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you guys think?
You know, I don't know, I might have to steal your way, but you know, if I can, you know what I'm saying, here and there when I get a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing.
Yeah, and I do.
Go ahead, George.
It's not a violation because the tenant, the landlord has his tenant selection criteria, and he's denying Candace family because of his zero tolerance drug-related policy. So he will have to show Candace proof of his tenant selection criteria, and then Miss Candace would have to show proof that or fight for her right to get her apartment.
Yes, the landlords they have the option to take in account this conviction, but they must use an individualized assessment, meaning that they just can't outright deny her. You understand what I'm saying? So there's zero tolerance of just saying no off the bat. So there are key things within this assessment. You know, Candace is participating in a drug treatment program. So that means she's being compliant. It says, wait a minute, where? Wait. She struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder. It talks about her disability. So there are things within the JHI amendment that sort of protects Candace. So therefore, Candace is protected. So it's a case-by-case scenario that the landlords must go by. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And then also key thing, look, none of these arrests have resulted in a conviction. So we have to just point out the things that stick out. Next. Any questions?
Okay, we could go into this discussion 2 question. It's the last question before we're done. Josie.
Okay. Tony is currently homeless and has been living on the street since 2018. He has several arrests on his record spanning the last 2 years for public offenses such as loitering, disorderly conduct, and lying down in public. None of these arrests have resulted in a conviction. Tony also receives supportive services and has a case manager from the county health department. He applies for housing and receives a denial letter listing his past arrests. JHA violation or no? Meaning, can he be denied housing? Yes or no?
No, he can't. He can't be denied on the basis of his arrests.
Correct answer, right? He can't be denied because they were arrest only. That's one of the key pointers in the Just Housing Amendment. Arrest records cannot be considered. 'Cause If you
sports.
oh, go ahead.
If you believe you have experienced housing discrimination because of your record, you have 180 days from the time the incident took place to file a complaint with the Cook County Commissions of Human Rights. Cook County Commission on Human Rights, and that's the telephone number that you have right there. Get assistance from an agency. These are different agencies right here: Access Living, Lawyers Committee for Better Housing, Open Communities, Uptown's People's Law Center. We are here to help. This is the coalition's email, justhousinginitiative.org, info@justhousinginitiative.org. Maria Moon, Chicago Area Fair Housing Alliance.
Thanks, Josie and George. Forgive me, you all. I just realized that we wasn't in the the presentation part. You know how you press to present in a PowerPoint? Yeah, so sorry about that, Josephine and George. Great job. This was their first time doing this slide, so great job.
George too cool for school. Like he all like that, but real talk outside, he real open. So good job, both of you. What's the most challenging thing about trying? I know the work that you're doing is extremely challenging work at times, but how do you get? There's a lot of times, and I don't have a record, but people with records, a lot of them, you don't want nobody to know you got a record, right? But you know that you're gonna be, that it's a possibility that you're gonna be denied something or be discriminated against because of your record. How do you get people to start being the voice? Because we all have a voice, but I think it's important, and I think Mr. Perry is always saying this, the voice has to be the people that have experienced this. How do we get more people to be more engaging about these so that we can start tackling this more? If that's a question.
We're doing what? Go ahead, Josephine.
I think that we can get people more engaged by bringing about more awareness, doing more presentations. COVID has forever changed the way we do public engagement. So doing more Zooms, education and awareness is the key. So that's it. People don't know how to get involved unless we share. So to me, that's it. We have to educate people more. And a lot of people don't even know about this Just Housing Amendment. So we have to, especially that it pertains to Cook County. So we have to get the information out. In my line of lobbying and policymaking, it's hard sometimes to get people involved, but nevertheless, we have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and don't give up. That's how I see it.
Yes, I agree with Josephine. I believe that's what we are doing right now, is having a platform to express our ideas and definitely sharing that agenda with other organizations that want to help people that are struggling.
So let me ask you, what are you guys going out every single day? Like how many days a week are you actually, because I know you guys are actually out there in the streets, right? And you're also doing these Zoom calls. So how many days a week are you guys like out here doing this work?
Well, for me personally, I do more Zoom presentations because of my health condition. I'm immune compromised, so I have to be more careful about my personal interactions with people. So this is how I interact more with people with the Zoom presentations. My colleagues have a different story than I.
I'm gonna have to jump in for a second just to answer this question real quick. So the Community Navigators is a program through the Access to Justice grantors. So our Community Navigators, we have 5, all formerly incarcerated like myself. And so their job is to navigate people that's directly impacted through these systems, and as far as the housing and everything. So mostly the bulk of the work is referrals right now. So it's referrals. So we basically have built and developed, have developed more of this referral system. It's more collaborating with other organizations, and we've been helping with everything from domestic violence to immigration, any type of housing issues, whatever the situation is mainly. But that's what it mostly been. We have been educating landlords, real estate agencies, whomever. But our Community Navigators have been doing a great job. So 20 hours, they do 20 hours a month right now as of June. Go ahead, George, if you have something.
You basically said everything. That's what we do.
The reason why I ask those questions is because I want the people on this call and the people that watch this video later to understand the work that you guys are putting in, because I really do applaud the work that you guys are doing. And I think it takes a certain type of individual that really cares about the community, but cares about people to be able to do this type of work. So that's the reason why I asked that question, because I know I've been on Maria since 2019. The first time I seen her speak, Mr. Perry invited me to that meeting. I met a friend that just came home after doing 25 years. I met Ms. Moon. I met everybody. We've been at City Hall. We've been, we haven't been 10 toes as they are, but to see the progress and see things happening, seeing the change happen, is one of the reasons why I wanted everybody to know what a community navigator is, what you guys do, and how others may be able to get involved, and how we can start getting this information out to everybody.
So much, Joseph. Joseph, I also want to say something about our community navigators, because they not gonna talk about themselves. I know the humble people, but one thing that's awesome about the community navigators that I got mad respect for is that they are directly impacted. And it makes a lot of difference, especially for someone like myself who have been through systems of the wards of the state before prison or after prison, trying to look for services. It's a sensitivity, it's an empathy that comes with somebody walking alongside you who has actually been through it. It's more believable, it's more of a trusting relationship. It's just a perfect match. So I just want to say that I thank you all for the work that you do. Let me shut up.
All right, does anybody else have any questions? All right.
Yes, I see that Mr. Perkins had a question about the landlords asking the application process if we were involved. It's a step in the application process that where our arrest records can be considered. If we were to go back in the slide, that can be clarified. Our arrest records cannot be considered. About the 3-year, remember I told you the numbers are important. 3 years is the number that we have to consider. So that's, maybe I was misunderstood. So that's the important thing we must consider, the 3-year mark. And I think we have some flyers that the Just Housing, and it's on the website, that can be retrieved, where this can be clarified for the landlord as well as the applicant.
All right. So I want to thank you all again for coming on and presenting. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day.
Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah. If any organization would like for us to present the JHI ordinance, please feel free to reach out to us. We also offer the JHI presentations in bilingual, in case any organization would like to get it done that way. Just feel free to reach out to us. Sorry about that, Joseph.
Okay. Yes, this is Jerome Ortiz. Is your numbers in the chat, or you can give it to me now? George?
I'm gonna write my email on the chat. You can reach out to me, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Jerome. Go ahead, Joseph. I'm sorry.
You good? I'm trying to find this email so I can send this out right now to y'all. Cause this is yeah, let me send this one right now. This is for the women's, but I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna send everything.
Are you gonna send that email out?
Yeah, I'm sending everything out after, because I got another meeting after this, and then after that meeting, I'm gonna send everything out. But I still wanted to make sure I put the link in there so you can register for it right now, because a lot of y'all are on computers, you know, in the office. But I will be sending it out. I will be sending it out later today. I promise. That's my word. My word is my bond. So.
Joseph, real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
Let me say this. In terms of the just housing ordinance that came down, I want to say it was last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've had an opportunity to see this in a couple of phases. One, when I was a community outreach coordinator for the clerk of the circuit court, and we did the expungement summit. And that was a thing that always came up on a number of occasions about people being discriminated upon in terms of housing. But I had an opportunity last year to see it up close and personal, because I was the intergovernmental affairs person for one of the Cook County commissioners. Troy O'Quinn is a personal friend of mine who I've known for some years. And he and I would go back and forth about this, but it was mesmerizing to see all of those groups come together, especially if you are organizing and you see this stuff unfolding, how they came about. And Commissioner Johnson organized everybody, and they came about and pushed that through, because the commissioners were walking up and down the hall, and many of them who had staffs who do not look like us or are not people of color, they didn't kind of know how to take the thing. They just really didn't. And as the nuances began to be articulated, then they saw the discrimination. And sometimes we're working on stuff and we expect people to just see it, and they don't. They really don't, you know. And so I applaud them on the work that they did, along with their other colleagues who moved this stuff through along with Commissioner Johnson, and got this piece done.
Yes, sir. You was right there, because when we was in there, that was when City Hall, that was, and I'll just do this real quick. We were down there fighting for that, and then the teachers was out there on the same day. It was crazy that day. And I remember Maria Moon speaking, and of course I remember my mentor, Mr. Perry, speaking, and a lot of other people just really shedding light. And there was feedback, there was pushback, but we got through it. And that's the way change happens, when people come together. And the great thing about that first picture that Maria showed is that that's everybody, all different walks of life, all being affected by the same thing. So what I want anybody to take from this today that's watching or watches this later is that when we come together, we become a force, and we become a force that has to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key to this council. That's the key to everything that you have going on. And that's the key to how we empower each other and empower the people in our community. So I thank everybody for being on the call today. I thank everybody for sharing. I thank our guest speakers. for really empowering us today with this information. And I will be sending out that email later today. Our next meeting is going to be on April 16th through Zoom. And I hope to see you all there. If you know individuals who need to be on this call, send them through. We're trying to get as big as we possibly can. This is something that was larger when we all sat down, 45, 50 people on the call. I mean, sitting together. So I know it takes 2 hours out of your day, and I appreciate your time. Have a great, safe weekend. Enjoy the weather. Be safe, and God bless. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. God bless you.